Alright, so you saw that we got the brakes back. I'm putting them all back together. I just put all the studs on, put a little Loctite on these. I'm assembling the rotors now, put the rotors back on it. We're going to grease the bearings, repack them, put new seals back in it again, go install this spindle, and try this all over again. Alright? Alright, so we're going to reassemble this side. We had to take the spindle off to ship it to them so they can measure everything down at Aerospace. So if you're gonna order brakes from them, like the guy said, just make sure you fill out it's I guess on their website, a sheet for all the measurements and stuff. So this ended up taking, like I said, a Camaro Pinto. I guess a Camaro and a Pinto front end have the same front end. I mean, same hubs. Put this back together, and then we'll go from there. All right. So I'm gonna put you on speed. All right, well, so now the caliper, I mean the rotor and all that goes on good. But now that that hub got moved in, that 3/16 of an inch or whatever it was, so that you can get the cotter pin in there. Now we got to shim the caliper out more. So I got to go get a longer bolt. So a longer bolt, and we're gonna have to add shims to the inside of the caliper. Okie doke, never fails. All right, we're back. So this is what you're going to use. Got the bolts over here. You're going to use, there's different thicknesses of washers. You got, I'll call these the thicker ones. This is a thinner one. And this is even thicker. So we're going to go this chrome spacer washer, the thin one, and two. So you got 4 pieces on the inside and a bolt with a lock washer on it, okay? That makes it, it dead centers it, right? All good, okay? So we're gonna go do the other side. This side's done. Just gotta tighten up this nut. You're gonna do your own brake lines, I guess. Unless you want me to do them, let me know. And I'm gonna go put the other side together. So just remember, you got 4 things. 2 real thin one, and a heavy chrome one, and a bolt lock washer. Okay, so we got the brakes all done. All right, got them back on. Everything's nice, smooth. Everything spins nice and free. Nothing's binding. Got clearances everywhere we need it. So we're good to go with that, all right? Once we get the axles, we could do the same thing for the back. All right. So what we're doing today is we got a wheel on it, bad boy. All right, so we got the wheel on, making sure everything clears. Putting the front tie rods and all back together. We had them on backwards actually. The little short one goes on this side. So I'm switching those around. I'm gonna get them tightened up. And then I'm gonna go get some open end lug nuts, Acorn open end lug nuts for this. And then I'm gonna get back into welding. I'm gonna add a couple little braces and bars in there. I started looking at it this morning when I got in here, but probably not necessary, but I'd rather do it now and then not have to do it, you know, later on after everything's painted and there's stuff in the car. So But I'm gonna get that done. Hopefully today we'll have all that done, all the welding and everything done for the floor and the braces and everything. And then what we're gonna do is Josh is gonna be finishing up painting up this rear. He's got all the other parts, they're all done. Got a couple little brackets he forgot or whatever. I had them in the car, he didn't see them. Gonna do the rear and we'll get this thing rolling. All right, so stay tuned. Enjoy the all right, so we got those, got that brace in there. I gotta clean up the bars now, just get them nice and tidy, and they can be welded in. So that's gonna be it for that. That's all welded to the floor. The other side's all welded to the floor. That's all done. I'm gonna go get some lug nuts for the front, and then let's see. After we paint the rear, we can put it all back together and roll it. All right, got to get it up on the other lift in the other shop so we can finish welding the outside of the rigger supports from the side, because with the drive-on lift, he can't get his arms up in there. So we're going to get it up on the other lift. It's all pretty much welded. He's got about 3 or 4 spots he's got to touch up, make sure they're welded all the way around. All right, here we go.